Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Venus. Thanks for joining me today for this strengthening and grounding yoga sequence. A lot of times throughout the day, we're in such a rush and so busy doing everything, we don't take time to always realize the tensed up in our shoulders, our body. So this video, I'm just going to work with finding the stability and strength from inside and outside for you for the rest of your day, if you're doing this in the morning or even in the afternoon. So with that being said, this is a more of an intermediate level. Just remember to use your breath throughout your moves. Your moves always follow your breath. And be sure to know all of the correct postures of the asanas to do the yoga sequence. We're going to go ahead and get started on the mat, on the floor, in your easy pose, and we're going to come to our breath. Use your Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth, but you're going to have your mouth closed, and it'll sound like an ocean breath. And bring your hands relaxed at your knees. Bring your navel in, relax the shoulders down for now. Just come to that deep breath. Feel it all the way down to the bottom of your stomach and back up. Now, what I mean by grounded is you're going to make sure as you're sitting, if you feel yourself come forward, I want you to gently bring yourself back. Keep both sit bones on the ground evenly. Your back is sitting up tall, the shoulders down. Just a slight tuck in the chin if you want. Just really make sure your booty is grounded to the mat. Take two more breaths here. And let's bring our arms up overhead, and we're just going to clench our fists. Just opening the fingers, closing. Do this about 3 more times. Waking up through the wrists, the arms, and then rotate your wrist one way and rotate the opposite direction. You're going to drop your hands down to your shoulders. I'm going to do one of my favorites is rotate your elbows in, up and around, breathing. Let's go one more time. Before reversing the circle, bring the elbows in, and we'll go back around. Drop them down in the front and breathe through this. Breathe up, exhale down. Let's take one more. Drop your shoulders all the way down. I'm going to open up through my left leg first. And then you're going to bring the bottom of your foot in towards your thigh or your groin area, wherever you're able to reach more comfortably. And we are going to take a forward fold. We're going to take an active forward fold to begin with. So you're just going to bend towards, bring your right hand towards your left ankle. And then pushing in, keeping that hip grounded, your right hip, because it's going to want to tip up. And just bring your hands out in front of you as far as you can, keeping that back straight, really activate through the spine. And the shoulders down, but activated. Take 2 more breaths here. And then you can passively bring your elbows down, still pushing back through that hip. Bring the palms up and then drop the chin, your head down, relax through the neck, relax through the jaw. And then bring your hands back down so your fingertips are on the mat, and just inch by inch, come on back up. Again, navel to spine, you're going to bring your ankle over that right knee, and we're going to take just a small twist here. You can hook your arm around your knee, place your leg where it's most comfortable. Other hand comes in back of you to help sit up straight through the spine. Again, you're really grounding your sit bones into the mat as you're pressing up through the spine. Keeping that shoulder stable. You can maybe play around with where you want your chin, whether you want it up or down. But really holding still. And then come back around. And then we'll do that same sequence, opposite leg. So I'm going to bring my right leg out this time, bringing the left foot in. You can reach your hands on up and fold on down, but keep it active straight through the spine. You don't want to go down too far on this because we're trying to keep our spine really straight and activated. Being sure to keep that hip pressed into the mat. Staying very still, very stable. Pressing into your heel. Feel the whole bottom part of your leg flat into the mat. And then go ahead and passively fold on down, pressing back through that hip. Again, relaxing through the neck, through the jaw, before gently coming back up. And we'll take that twist on the opposite side. Bring your ankle by your knee. Stabilize yourself. Don't sway back and forth. Keeping that spine straight. And play around with your chin, whether you want it up or down. And notice here with your breath, as soon as you're exhaling, you're able to twist even further in this move. And then come back around. You're going to bring your leg around. You're going to sit up tall in our staff pose. Really pressing up through the spine. Hands are behind you. Breathing. Now from here, you're going to bring your hands back behind you, pointing the fingers toward your glutes. You're going to press on up into your reverse plank. Really press through, navel to spine. Press up as high as you can go. You're using arm strength here, glute strength. And then gently, gently come back down. We'll take a quick forward fold. Make this very passive. Round through the spine, round through the shoulder blades, pressing the shoulder blades apart. Again, your whole back of your leg is grounded into the mat. And then we'll come back one more time into that reverse plank. Let's bring the hands back behind, a hand length away from your hip. And then press on up. Navel to spine, shoulders back. Hold very still. Let your hips stay facing towards the ceiling. Press up even more. And then gently come on back down. And you're going to bring your knees up. Holding on to the knees, you're going to roll on down. Oh, nice cracking my back. And then bring your heels up next to your glutes. Breathe in really deep. Let it out. And then relax your shoulders down. And let's rock our head side to side here because we don't want any tension or stress in the shoulders. Now roll up through your tailbone because we want to feel our whole back in the mat, like pressed into the mat, grounding, more grounding. And then you're going to roll all the way up. We're going to do another version of bridge pose because we're going to come up on the ball of our feet. So you're going to roll on up like you usually do. And then slowly begin to lift through the feet to the toes. Keeping the thighs together. Being really stable here. No swing back and forth. No opening through the knees. You're just going to come up and down. You're going to tap your heels down 5 times. Breathing. Don't go all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Be sure to use your glute strength, your core strength, the quadriceps, even the hamstrings. One more. Bring your knees down, bring your hips down. You're going to hold on to your knees once more. Pull them in towards your chest. Rock side to side. Nice massage to the hip area. Again, let's rock the head side to side. Remembering to keep the whole top half of your body relaxed. Palms facing down. Let's come up into that version of bridge pose again. So you'll come on up. Really use the strength of your thighs, hamstrings, glutes and core, and 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oops, did an extra one there. Very good. Slowly come down. And let's bring the right ankle over your left heel or left knee. Maybe sway side to side. Opening up through the hips. You're going to lift your back leg up and straighten out the leg. Thread your hand through, pressing the knee open, being sure to keep them elbows outward and keep your shoulders down on the mat. You're still relaxing the top half of your body. You're going to point and flex through your foot. That's up. And rotate the heel one way and the other. And then bring that foot back down. And you'll switch sides. You'll bring the other ankle to your knee. You can just leave your hands rested on your stomach if you'd like. Or again, you can thread your hand through, find the place that is comfortable on your leg to keep your shoulders on the mat. And then flex and point through that foot. And rotate. One way and then the other, your heel, before bringing your foot back down. Breathing. And then rock your head side to side one more time. Very good. Now you're going to grab behind your legs. We're going to roll on up. And then we're going to come into our tabletop pose. We'll take just a couple rounds of cat and cow, pressing your fingertips into the mat, really stable and strong, top of your feet into the mat. You're going to drop your belly down and breathe in. Round through, breathe out, being really steady. Let's come back into that tabletop. Neutral tabletop, really pressing your fingers into the mat. Let's curl the toes under. We're going to do our floating table into our downward facing dog. Walk your hands out just a little bit, maybe just a couple inches. You're going to bring your knees up and hover here. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're going to push all the way up into your downward facing dog. Then pedal out your feet, press back through the chest. Now from here, we're going to take our plank pose, strong plank pose. And then you're going to come down, plank, and then come back up. And then come back into the downward facing dog. And then drop down into your floating table, forward into plank, come down, back up, into your downward facing dog. We'll do that one more time. Being sure to keep your hands grounded, top of the toes grounded, floating table, forward to plank, dropping down, back up, and then back to downward facing dog. Now you're going to walk your feet forward about halfway. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. And then you're going to crouch down. And then open your feet up enough to come into your yogi squat. Toes pointing to each corner of the mat. Take a few breaths here. And then you're gently going to come up. Bring the arms up overhead. Stretch it through. Come back down into that yogi squat. Hands in front of your heart space. Pressing the knees open. One more time. We'll come all the way up. Hands come up overhead. Hands in front of the heart space. Come on back down. Now from here, drop your hands to the mat. You're going to bring your feet flat. Kind of bring the toes towards one another a little bit. Then you're going to bring your hands in front of you. Hands to heart space. You're going to come up into your sun salutation V. Keep your hips level. Arms come up overhead. Slide back through the hips. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. You should feel a burn there. You can bring your hands back down. Come into your forward fold. You can grab onto your elbows if you like. Sway side to side with your feet staying grounded. And then we'll do that one more time. Again, you're going to squat down. Hands in front of your heart. And rest on your knees if you need to for a minute. And then slowly come up. Hands come up overhead. Stay as low as you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop back down. And then bring your legs back into your downward facing dog. Pedal out once more. Very good. Use this to come back to your breath. Drop the head down. Shake it loose. Let's bring our knees down to the mat. Walk them forward. We're going to take child's pose here. Come all the way down. And let's bring our hands together in prayer and then bring them back over the head. Massage your neck there a little bit, or just be still. Pressing your feet into the top of the mat. Just notice how your body feels. Bring your hands down. You're going to press into your hands and slowly, keeping the chin tucked till the last moment, come up. Breathing, let's roll our shoulders around one way and then back the other direction. Really rounding through the back. And then you can bring your legs out in front of you. If you have time, you can stay down in Savasana, or final resting pose. Or once more, you can bring your knees in. Take our happy baby pose here. So you can grab onto your big toe at the arch of your feet. Bring them in. Just press through the heels a couple of times. Maybe bring the heels together. Holding onto your big toe. Opening up through the legs, back down. And then rest in your Savasana. You can keep your knees up, have them in towards one another if you like, or you can bring them all the way down. And we'll just take a check of our body here. Starting at the top, we'll rest through the forehead, relax through the eyes, through the jaw. Sometimes we'll tense up through the jaw and won't even realize it. Let's take some small circles one way with the nose. Small circles the opposite way. And then maybe medium-sized circles in the opposite way. And then your big circle and back the other way. Really relax through the shoulders. Keep them down away from your ears. Rotate through your hands. Get them all relaxed. The fingers. You can lift up a little bit through the glutes and press that lower part of your back into the mat. You shouldn't be able to get your hand in any space there. And then gently bring your feet down and relax. Just come back to your normal breath. Keep a slight tuck in the chin. Try to really press your neck into the mat. Really absorb what you did. Really get yourself back to the stableness of your body, the grounding of your body. Take a couple more breaths here. And then let's stretch our arms up overhead. Really stretch. Stretch them out. Before either coming in fetal position to roll yourself up or grabbing behind the knees and rolling up that way. Taking a seat in any way that you would like. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for this little bit of strengthening and grounding yoga. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. I really appreciate it and help support free yoga on the internet. Let's close with the chant of Om. One time, take the deepest breath that you have taken today. Hands in prayer position. Thumbs up to your third eye. Breathe in and out, or breathe in. Exhale with the chant of Om. Namaste.